Minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your history, you lose your power. Minute by minute, hour by hour, you lose your faith, you lose your power. If it is to be, it's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. And your better is your best. Black people, you were once great. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Go forward. Uplift the race. Harambe. Harambe. Harambe.
Caught up in potential and expectation while ignoring the presentation. I was proud to receive anything dressed up like love out of a wardrobe made up of second chance, dutiful, lust-driven, and pitiful love. I willingly clothed myself because I was afraid of their flight. Fully garbed, yet fatigued by malnourished love, I stood before a mirror and there was no reflection. Where did love go? Hoping, searching, wishing, seeking. praying for love to come. Was I not worthy? On the edge of a breakthrough, about to break down, I silenced myself to sleep and cried myself awake. Pen to pad and love spilled out. Not brokenness, not loneliness, not sorrow nor sadness. I wanted to share my story of unfounded love, but here I am, captured by intentional love, soulful love, honorable love, peaceful love, hopeful love, love's love, love filled with the Father in mind, His love, no longer afraid to see me the way you see me. This is love. This is love unfolding, holding back yet yearning to share the most intimate parts of me. Let me love you. After a lifetime of ill-fitting love, you made my soul fire. This is love. This is love unfolding. This is love unfolding.
Well, I know y'all wanna stay,
but we gotta leave, baby.
the same way we came.
Poetic.
Exodus.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
We were born to be great.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
The African Heritage Diet consists of 6 lessons. Lessons where we reach back to our African heritage to find culturally appropriate health and wellness practices that help us to move forward as a people that are whole in mind, body, and spirit. Lesson 1 is herbs and spices. Lesson 2 are greens. Greens is the widest part in the base of the African Heritage Diet food pyramid. So many greens should be consumed. And as you move up the pyramid, those are the things that you consume in lesser proportionate amounts. Whole grains, lesson 3. Beans and rice, lesson 4. Tubers and mashes, lesson 5. Lesson 6. Fruits, vegetables, and a healthy lifestyle.
Question too. It can be on the record, off the record. It can be on the record. I heard Bob Johnson said he's talking to the higher powers, I guess the government, about our reparations. And I guess the numbers that they come up with were about 3. His name is Saul here in Ngozi, Northern Light Shopping Center. You want more than just a nice cut? Good conversation, good vibe, good music. Come see me at 3512 Cleveland.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a
family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a breath. Now, glass for some water. Grab your glass. Lift your pitcher of that water. Or bottle. Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body. Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, move, then drink. Move your body. Move your body. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Lift and pour yourself some water. Pour. Move your body, drink some water. Move it. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Behave. Take your breath. Come on. Lift and pour. You can do it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that health in. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Lift it. Move your body. Come on. Come on. Toast your ancestors. Drink. 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 Drink your water. Drink. 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 Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Come on, pour it. Move your body. Move. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. What? Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Oh man, it's a beautiful day today. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighbor. Would you be mine? Said, would you be mine? Today we're going to talk about a little bit about when being grown goes wrong. Yeah. Now, let me say this, some feelings may getting hurt. I may need to get called in tonight on the show and get told off, whatever. But family, let me say this. The issue we got, well, let me say this. Let me speak for me. The issue I got is trying to be a grown man in an immature culture. And just immature doesn't always mean that it's negative or something. It's just young, right? Because family, as old as we want to say we are as a people, which we are, very old as a people, culturally, we are very new. Culturally, we're basically like newborns. Yeah, we got deep cultural roots. We got old cultural ways, but the shit that we are going through and the environment that's around us, because a culture has to be able to respond to the environment. As a matter of fact, the culture is supposed to help protect you from the goddamn environment.
And if the culture is not protecting you from the environment, that culture dies. So many of our old ways have fallen off, and many of our new ways are now just getting adjusted. The question is, how do you operate as a grown person within that context? See, because the idea of grownness comes from the culture. The grown means that, in a sense, you are complete in your growth, which is problematic because in our culture, we are never done then. So when we get into conversations and motherfuckers be like, I'm grown, right? The issue becomes, what does that mean? Are you grown, or as Kwame might say, in context to what? How should I frame that? What do you mean when you say you'll be grown? You can't be checked because of some of the wrong shit you do. See, we cloak a lot of our discomforts and a lot of our uneasiness with the shield of I'm grown. I'm guilty of the shit too. We cloak it. I'm grown. Can't nobody tell me. If nobody can't tell you, then why you got a job? Somebody telling you something. If you got a business, somebody telling you something. If you got a license of any, somebody telling you something. But when it comes to us, we grown. You can't tell me shit. How are we going to move forward with that? And how does that play into the concept of unity? I'm grown, right? I think once the I'm grown shit start hitting us, I think that's when we start giving up. See, we struggle all the way through our enslavement. We struggle through Jim Crow. We struggle through redlining. We struggle through the Highway Act. Then them goddamn 60s hit, and we struggled. Then the 70s hit, and I think I'm grown might have became a popular term. 70s, 80s, doing my own thing. I'm grown, can't nobody tell me what to do. It's all about me. That's basically what you said. It's all about me. And it's not. We in a war. We are in a cultural, generational war. And we have been in one since we got off before we got on the goddamn boats. And if we can't humble ourselves to be able to work together and be able to become our best selves, because I can't become my best if a person or if people can't point out my flaws. How do I become better if I don't make mistakes? That's like when motherfuckers used to tell me when I was young, I never lost a fight. And I'd be like, well, you never been in one then, motherfucker. How you so good that you never lost? It don't happen. It's an impossibility. Motherfucker, if you are a fighter, right? A real fighter, this means that in some form or fashion you're practicing. Practice is all about getting your ass kicked. Practice is about being pushed to your motherfucking limits. Practice is about getting your ass kicked so that you know how to react when an ass kicking is coming, so that you can have an undefeated. It's different with never being beaten, undefeated. So we become so firm in who we are, supposedly, that nobody could correct us. And if nobody could correct us, how do we grow? How do we be called to the carpet? How do we get checked? How do we grow and become better? How do we get evaluated? You can't evaluate me. I'm a grown-ass man. This is my life. No, it's not your life. It's built up on ancestors' blood. Motherfucker, you walk around on our bones. Our ancestors' bones. Their struggle, their sacrifice. It's not your life. It's about, you borrowed it And it's your job to make it better for the next generation. But if you stuck on you, how can you make it better? Family, we have a conundrum. We want to be grown in an immature culture, in a baby culture. Some of us right now that's listening may be older than the cultural thing that we are holding in our hands. And I know some of y'all gonna argue with me because y'all, you get as comedic as you want. You're not. Just saying. You got elements of Kemet. You got elements of Akan. We got elements of the Fulani. We got elements of the Moors. We got elements. Yes, those elements are ancient, but when you start putting them together, they become a new thing. And that new thing is what we're nurturing and what we're giving birth to. So at the same time, we have the uncomfortable pleasure of being placed in history to where we have to raise our children and our culture side by side. Who could say that? This is a marvelous time. A marvelous time. But we got to get over us. I got so many people. I got so much talent around me, and we can't even tap in because we can't even talk. We can't even form the relationship. I don't want to do business with you if I ain't got a fucking relationship with you. I'm talking about those that are around me. Now, when I go do business with people out there, I want to make sure that the relationships here are tight because the relationships here are the ones that's going to protect me from what's out there when we have to expand out there. That's just, I mean, it's And just in case, I'm not upset or anything, so please don't be calling accident. Shouts out to the Daily Toaster. Be like, is he about to have a stroke? Yeah, somebody check on Brother Hatem. No, I'm talking to my peers. I'm talking to my brothers and my sisters. I'm talking to those between the ages of probably 45 and 55. We about to be we're in the driving seat. Where we going, fam? It's time for the bullshit to stop. It's time for the big dreams to stop. It's time for us to start laying the foundation. Once again, hate to get biblical, but I love the story of David, and as a matter of fact, I want y'all to check this out. David and Solomon, that is the foundation of the Godfather. That is the Godfather story. Just, if you don't believe me, read that shit for yourself. Godfather Part 1, David and Solomon. David wanted to build a temple. He could not build a temple because his hands was too bloody. Some of the shit that we want to do is admirable, but the fact of the matter is that many of our hands are bloody with white supremacy. Many of us still got that shit up in us. It's going to take the next generation. But what David had to do was to put the supplies and put the resources to the side so that next generation could get it and protect it. And protect it so it was there when the next generation was ready. For a long time, I wanted to be Marcus Garvey or Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Well, but I had to come to terms that that's not me. And many of us got to come to terms with that shit is not you. That time is past. You want to be Elijah Muhammad or you know what I'm saying? I want to leave my mark. Well, let's leave our mark by being the best we's we can. Let's leave our mark by becoming the best we could become and making sure that our children are able not only to be able to get the resources, but have the character development and have been protected from this bullshit around them long enough so that when they touch it and they're ready to build the temple for our ancestors, that not only is their character correct, but so is the financing. So are the skills. We got to burn a lot of shit up out of us, family. And we ain't going to do it following some of these old ass meeting methods. We got to get out. We got to cry. We got to fight. We got to fall out. We got to have real talk. We got to set up boundaries. We got to set up what we can do and what we can't do. What's appropriate to do in front of our kids? What's inappropriate to do in front of our kids? All of our kids. I don't give, because they're not yours. They're the village. If we building something, they belong to the culture. What's appropriate? What's inappropriate? What's appropriate for us to do together? How should we greet each other? How often should we come together and feast? What happens when I can't make it? Right? Because it's like this, family. If we don't establish it, our children are going to fall into the same patterns. We have been bred into patterns of selfishness. We have been bred into patterns of fitting in with white supremacy, and it's so good and it's so deep in us that we don't see that shit. And I'm saying we got to change that. And we got to be bold enough to be like, we'll be able to stand up on our square, be able to firmly stand and place. Because many of us, we're not really standing on the shoulders of our ancestors. We're standing on their heads. You're not standing right. We're not standing right. Some of us on top of their heads, moving around and shit. You know, living our best life on our ancestors' head, hoping that they be able to maintain it because they better. Because it's all about me. Stop crying in that way, and let's cry in the growth way. All right, but anyway, family, tonight we got tribal quotes, and let's see what the ancestors lined up for us today. Of course, y'all know we we're coming out of African Openers to the Tree of Life by Erskine Peters. I don't even remember if we talked about the Proverbs last week. I'm gonna skip it, and I'm gonna go to sin is really limitation, say the knowledge holders. It is unwholeness. Separation from the first source, which is full presence of knowledge, power, place, and time, say the knowledge holders. That's number one. Sin is really limitation, say the knowledge holders. It is unwholeness, separation from the first source, which is full presence. This is talking about the first source now, which is full presence of knowledge, power, place, and time, say the knowledge holders. That's number one. Number two, say the knowledge holders. Evil is a force fearing conversion. Goddamn. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wrong one, anime. Say the knowledge holder. Evil is a force fearing conversion. Evil. What's evil? Evil is a force fearing conversion. Damn. Indirectly hit me in the eye. Evil is a force fearing conversion. Hey, on the camping trip, we might have to confront some evil. We going to the woods, family. It's only enough room for 100. So hey, yeah, I'm just letting you know. You know, and bring your mask. Oh my God. That one, this is gonna be a powerful comment. Now, and here we go. I didn't pick these. Initiation. This is the next one. Initiation teaches perpetual initiation. I swear to God, I did not look at this. This is that grown shit. Initiation teaches perpetual initiation. There is no I'm grown in our goddamn culture because you're perpetually being initiated. That shit ain't even African. That shit ain't even ADOS. That's some shit we got from our enemies. And you know what? I'm betting that the enemies don't even use it in their families. I think it's something they might have created in a laboratory for us. And we got this grown thing. What is it? It's hard to describe, but it'll keep people separated. Keep our enemies at bay. Keep them howling at the gates. Keep them fighting amongst themselves. All right, but let's go and do this toast. I got to get out of here. All right, fam. Of course, going to be using African Deep Thought by Sister Tara Hassa. Ooh, man, it's pretty. I can't transfer all this beauty into the digital. To get the full book beauty, you're going to have to go on and buy the book. Now, the book is $50, right? Now, but the digital book is $25. And let me tell you why, family. Because I have come to the conclusion, right, that I've been underpricing myself and underpricing my friends and families. So I already spoke to Doc. So the cost for his book right now is going to stay where it is. But after this, family, we no longer underpricing ourselves. I would rather sell 100 high-priced books than 1,000 cheap novels. Just being honest with you. I really would. I would rather have somebody who's willing to put up the money for it and is actually going to use it, buy the material, rather than somebody just to buy it because it was quote-unquote affordable. I'm no longer underpricing our culture. Top shelf, my boutique type shit. That's what we got. Boutique. You know what I'm saying? So, motherfuckers will go out and spend $300 on a pair of Gucci shoes. Get ready to start paying for some of the shit to get the culture, because this shit is ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. And another, let me shut up. Anyway, all right. So, if you had a book, which you probably don't, we're gonna be coming from page 91, 93, and 95. All of them cover the same proverb I just read, but it just walk you through that geometry process of processing the proverb for yourself, for your family, for your tribe. It brings that deep thought, that African deep thought, all right, into your life. All right. So let's get this toast popping. Let me see what I got. We're going to do the pretty glass today. My carafe. I'm going to try. I think either I'm going to have to brew some more ambrosia, but I want to have some ambrosia for us when we go out. When we go out into the woods. That COVID killer. But anyway, maybe I might make some Death Eater. All right. Anyway, talking to myself. Call on the creator by whatever name you choose. Call the creator. We lift up our glass. We salute the creator. And we say, Ashe. Make sure I ain't missing no messages. We say Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Where do we go? We go to our ancestors. So I'm going to lift up our glass. We're going to salute our personal ancestors. I'm going to go as far as I can. Oh. Ready? Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin, Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis. Shouts out to NAG 427. We see you out there. Welcome. I'm going to start over. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robin, Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gaston, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Bob Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pimenel, Nomo X, Pat Mile Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Hajini, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullen, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Natalie Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kelly D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Milton Del Hodge, Milton Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Milton Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird B.D. Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Ernst Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thorne, Pearl G. Thorne, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keisha Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Percy Moore, Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Precky E. Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Precky Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson, slipped me. It slipped me. All right, we almost at the bottom. Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Els Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dita Marnez, Gina Rupe Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Paris, Yoda Basiji Fulani, Jim Robson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Attorney Johnson, Denise Waters, DeFrida Hines, Annis Bostic, Anna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, County, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pino Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kanika Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Don Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulon Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Jenny Hubman, Jerry Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturge, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Senior, Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dan Cleaver, Mother Gibson, Angus Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Prince Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lee Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Audie Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Urchin Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jones Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, and Pierce, Donald Carter, Little Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beer, Tim Butler, Remy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruth Brown, Charles Walker, Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javon McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekel Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broaders, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Cooper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Evans McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles. We have James Carswell. We have Liberta Adams. We have Aunt Sis. Well, Liberta Adams, lovingly known as Aunt Sis. We got Anthony Brown. We got Elder Shaka McNair. We got Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shank Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Nickens, Eric Walker, Quay Sample, Candace Simmons, Severn Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilly, Angeline Gass, Reaper, Oscar Kane, Archie Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Monka III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thorne, Johanna, Yosandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alalti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkoma, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Jesse Woods, Shalar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Nilla Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James Lizzie Winston, Amy Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Coper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sable Winston, Chris Kinney, Margaret Mentor, Mary Smith, Juanetta Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jenny Callahan, Denny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams, Terry Brown, Teresa Biddle, Lavonna Kincaid, Carla Sawyer, Reverend Jesse Porter, Deacon Ezekiel Dennis, Brenda Porter, Craig Lee Jones, Granny Beulah, Papa Al Reasoner, Inez Smith, George Gamble Sr., Joseph Garrett, LaShonda Jamar, Leroy Riley, Mona Yolanda Hunter, Yvonne Patrice Turner, Herman Reeves, Amanda Reeves, Josh Reeves, Lena Kate, Herman Reeves, Pam Johnson, Barry Lee Fisher, Jerry Johnson McCallum, also known as Mama Moon, Sheila Ann Lee, Panchita Alba. We lift up our glass, we salute all our ancestors. Family, what does justice look like in our community? I'm talking about between us. For those of us that are conscious that we in the conscious family, blah blah blah, like Giami tribe, we got Tawi village, we got our little other small tribes, small families out there. What does justice look like in between us? Maybe we might need to have like a workshop for that at the camping trip. I mean, we could do the theoretical thing, but then actually talk about the actual application. Like, how would somebody come up under judgment in us? What type of things would call for us to call a council, or maybe even call in a group of elders to counsel on this issue? And how soon could we make that shit happen? I mean, this is shit. This is nation building shit. Because there's no way we're going to come together and not have somebody violate something. What are the consequences that we can enforce? Can somebody be put out forever? Exiled from all our activities, from all that we do. Don't even come around. And how do you enforce that? Right? I mean, these are rights that tribes and communities and villages have had for thousands and thousands of years. To be able to say who belongs and who do not. That's a powerful and scary power as a group to have. Nobody is mistreated, and those who need the most help get the help first. I mean, that's beautiful. But how do we operate that in a group where a lot of us might not have shit? I'm late on my rent. You know what I'm saying? I'm late every month. My electric's off. You know what I'm saying? How do we handle that? How do we deal with that? Is there how do we fund that? Right? Because it's like I get into discussions and it's like people want to jump over the basics of life. Some of us out here trying to live for real. Is this something that we could do to make sure that we got the mechanisms? I mean, of course, you get the wisdom, but we got the mechanisms to help you make your life better. And can we give assistance when it's really warranted as a group? Not that the one balling individual, or the one who worked their whole life, have to pull on some funds that they need that they living on. But as a group, can we go up to an individual and be like, look, we understand what's going on with your family and shit. We're going to pay your electric bill this month. Don't worry about that. Just, and sometime you're going to have to make sure that you get that back, or you're going to have to go and help somebody else in the family. How do we bury? You know what I'm saying? What do the family get from the tribe, from the group? I mean, real shit that we really need to be real life shit. It don't have to be that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, what's our feast food? When we come together, it's going to be one dish, or several dishes that are uniquely ours, that come from ingredients that by us buying these ingredients, we not only enrich our bodies, but we enrich ourselves. Just saying. I'm just throwing shit out there, But anyway, we're going to lift up our glass. We saluting our ancestors, and we did that. Now we're going to move to the present moment. Right now we're on Ujamaa, and as I do every day, family, and shouts out to Jack Adams. How you doing? Right? As I do every day, family, I'm going to ask you, I'm begging you, find your principle. We got to start seeking our principle and identify your principle. What day were you born on? I am a proud Coogee Chagalia baby, right? I am a proud Coogee baby, right? You know what I'm saying? What day were you born on? If you don't know that, you need to check us out at gnjmedia.live. gnjmedia.live is easy to find out, and it's easy to plug into the system that we have. Yes, we do have a system. It's growing, right? We're growing, right? Thanks to y'all, right? Oh, by the way, if you don't know, go to freegnjecourse.com. That shit about to change too. freegnjecourse.com. Anyway, I'm throwing up the glass, family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying today is the day of Ujamaa. What is Ujamaa? You may ask if you knew here. Ujamaa means cooperative economics, right? Today I want you to seek and see it because it's in action. It's all around you. All you got to do is open your eyes. It's out there. Find it. Find it. We're going to go out and we're going to seek it. We're going to look it up, right? We're going to make sure it's popping out here in the world. It is, though. Also today, we got reciprocity. We got gratitude. The color is green. Polarity is the Hermetic law. Male name is Yao. Female name is Ya. Y'all got it? If y'all got it, all right. We lift up our glass to this present moment because in this moment is our power. It's our time, family. What we gonna do with it? Right? I know I'm gonna do mine. I'm about to go build. I gotta go save some babies today, right? I gotta go make sure my baby's doing what they need to be doing. I gotta go get prepared for my babies today. Right? Even though sometimes, but we're gonna toast them in a minute. We lift up in this present moment, we send our shade. From there, family, where we going? We're going to our future generations. We're gonna raise up our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Next, family, we lift up our glass, and guess where we're going? From there, we're moving to all of our relations, and we say our shade. From all of our relations, guess where we're going? Family, we going to that selfish toast. This is for you. What is it that you need right now to move towards your greatness? Right now, right? What is it? In this moment, right now, to get you pumping. What do you need right now? We lift up the glass and we say our shade. From there, family, right? From there, what I'm about to tell you is this. Toast your tribe. What's your tribe? Say your tribe's name. My tribe is Ujamaa. I'm toasted. Toast your tribe, family, right? Toast your tribe, right? Because we toasted our family ancestors, right? Boom, we took care. So now, what's your tribe? Say your tribe name. If you don't have a tribe, build one or link up with us. Right? Family, right? FreeGNJEcourse.com. Learn the lingo. Right? Learn why we call the days what we do. Right? Learn why we do what we do. Learn why we up here toasting every day. Every day. Even when I go out to the woods, you will catch a show. You're gonna catch some beautiful shows when we out at Deer Creek. It's going to be magnificent. Lift up our glass and what we say. I say, right? Okay. Last but not least, family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most beautiful, the most uplifting, most outstanding, most empowered, and the most empowering, the most motivating, the most inspirational, the hardest working person in libation business. I want to lift my glass up to you. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I got to get out of here. It was a pleasure to be here with you as usual. I want to thank you for taking the time, whether you're watching now or you're watching later. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you have any questions about some of the stuff that I'm talking about, call me. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Email me. Let's chop it up. Because these are questions and things that we need to deal with, right? And don't have to be long emails, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, some people be having, I got some pretty profound people, you know what I'm saying? And, when we need to talk, they quiet and shit. But when it's email time, goddamn, I got 3 books I got to edit. Profound motherfuckers. You just so goddamn deep. Listen, I'm not your editor. You know what I mean? I'm not your editor. Edit this shit, give me a finished product, and let me go and find the mistakes in the book. That's all I want. That's all we want here, Ujamaa. We want to make it easy for everybody. But y'all have a great day. Man, let me get out of here. Peace.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the golden fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
The African Heritage Diet consists of 6 lessons. Lessons where we reach back to our African heritage to find culturally appropriate health and wellness practices that help us to move forward as a people that are whole in mind, body, and spirit. Lesson 1 is herbs and spices. Lesson 2 are greens. Greens is the widest part in the base of the African Heritage Diet food pyramid. So many greens should be consumed. And as you move up the pyramid, those are the things that you consume in lesser proportionate amounts. Whole grains, lesson 3. Beans and rice, lesson 4. Tubers and mashes, lesson 5. Lesson 6. Fruits, vegetables, and a healthy lifestyle.
Question too. It can be on the record, off the record. It can be on the record. I heard Bob Johnson said he's talking to the higher powers, I guess the government, about our reparations. And I guess the numbers that they come up with were about 3. His name is Saul here in Ngozi, Northern Light Shopping Center. He want more than just a nice cut. Good conversation, good vibe, good music. Come see me at 3512 Cleveland.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I am a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times I must demonstrate excellence because I am a
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black, too strong. Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black.
We were born to be great.